South African National Junior Rally Championship action is proudly brought to you by Ferodo, Ford, Volkswagen and Toyota. The battle for the overall honours on the Hencom Auto Body Rally, the third event of this year's championship, was characterised by a fierce battle between the top Ford Fiesta privateers and the factory Toyota and Volkswagen teams. Charles Wilkin in the Basil Reed Blizzard car took the early lead, chased by the likes of Conrad Rotenbach in the G-Fuels version, Jan Habich in the Works BP Volkswagen Polo and Johnny Gemmel in the Works Castrol Toyota Auris. Wilkin led the event until the penultimate stage when a small mistake cost him time, which was pounced upon by Rotenbach, who set a blistering time in that stage to jump from third to first. The Zimbabwean celebrated his second win of the season, stretching his lead at the top of the driver's standings. One of the crucial elements of modern-day stage rallying is route notes, which enables crews to take stages at maximum speeds, even though they'd never driven on those stages before.
Well, route notes, as you will know, is the instructions the navigator reads to the driver as they go along. We actually describe the road or the story of the road with as many bumps and corners and things in it as we can.
Coronado right 9, bank in behind 3s, right 9, quite tight. And next right 6.
We actually go over the route 5 times. The first 4 times we start writing notes as we go along, we change them, and then on the 5th run we do a video which the drivers can and navigators obviously can watch so that they've got a good idea of what they are going to be faced with. And there I've got to be so careful. I've got to keep them on the road and also see to it that they don't have accidents. But if I slow them down, if they feel that I've cost them that 1 second, then I'm in trouble.
Left 2 east, turn acute hairpin left. And max right 2 in. Max right 2 in, 150.
Your navigator's got to have the right rhythm. It's got to be on top of the calls all the time. Driver's got to listen, interpret, look at the road, know what's coming, listen to what is still coming, negotiate what he's heard already. And if I write too many instructions in, it will be so confusing. And the driver might then sort of pull out of that the wrong instruction. So it's very important for the warnings to be there at the right time, and it's also very important to call the right things. That's important in driving.
Triple quarter, yeah. Slight left, very bad jump. Triple. 80. Another triple caution, very bad jump. 80. The third one, yeah, is very bad. He marked this as the worst jump of the lot. There's a dip on the other side. 70.
You've got 4 gradings actually, and the first one is a care jump, then you get a caution, then you get danger, and then you get extreme danger, like a series that we've got coming up this road. The one right behind us is classified as an extreme danger jump. Reason is it's got a big step up, although the landing on the other side is quite soft, it's not very high down.
70 care back jump, the last one. 300, okay on the last one.
Sometimes you get a jump that's not as bad, for instance, and that will also be called a danger jump, but then just after that you will find a corner, for instance, or another jump.
Right 3.
The instruction from the navigator side would be left 6, tightens left 8, turn deceptive hairpin right very tight.
Hairpin right very tight. Deceptive very tight.
Why I read that so fast is it's underlined, it's on top of each other, so the navigator has got to rush through it and driver has got to keep it in mind. Then it goes into, which is about 20 meters, right 5, extreme danger, C550, trees both sides, narrow lines. That's the note. It's very strange to have extreme danger and then a straight to 550. In that specific case, there's a slight kink between the roads. It's so narrow that if you step off not even a half a meter, a tenth of a meter, you are going to have such an accident it won't be funny, and it looks very straight.
Then 350. 350.
A secret here is, for instance, to have the right tone of voice. For instance, if you say care and you say extreme danger at the same level, the driver is not going to register. You need to subconsciously program that driver to absolutely know that extreme danger, you've got to draw his attention to it And as they go along, they get this almost programmed into subconscious.
Long need max left maybe and 260.
70% of success is based on navigation skills of this game. I'm telling you now, a good navigator can make a bad driver look good.
Welcome to the SA Junior Rally Championships. We're here in Woodbank for the Hencom Auto Body Rally. The Snyder siblings are currently leading the championships. Let's see if they can keep the other competitors at bay.
First on the road, Gugu Zulu making his debut in the S1600 BP Volkswagen Polo. And there's Ashley Haig-Smith in the Castrol Ford Fiesta.
Christoph, leading the championship, you must be pretty confident going into today's stages.
I don't know if confidence is the right word, but we'll certainly give it our best shot. We don't have it's not a big lead we've got, 6 points only, so it's so tight in this class, we have to just keep it there.
These stages are very, very fast. What's your plan of attack?
We're just going to eat it flat out, listen to the calls, what Rika says, and just take it step for step.
I am quite confident going into this round because I did regional series here for a few years. So these roads I'm used to them, so we'll see what happens, but I think it'll be good.
Stage 1, just outside Woodbank, Barlow World Toyota 1 over 4.67 kilometers of gravel. A bit of a dust problem expected there, so the organisers call on the services of the water truck. I'm not sure how effective that's going to be. First on the road, Etienne Lawrence with me, and it's Gugu Zulu in the BP Volkswagen Polo.
Yes, on testing they had problems with this car. Hopefully all their problems are at the end now and they'll have a good event.
He's been waiting to get his hands on this car for a while, having driven the start of the season in A7. This is Chad Conradi and Kes Naidu in the Toyota Auris, followed by Craig Trott in the Team Total Toyota Runx, currently lying second in the championship.
Yes, Craig is a self-prepared Runx here and is most of the most consistent finishes out in rallying in South Africa.
Ashley Haig-Smith in the Castrol Ford Fiesta, currently fourth in the championship after non-finish on the Sasol.
One of South Africa's young up-and-coming stars of the future.
Indeed, and it's great to see so many young drivers and navigators come into the sport.
Yes, and with our youngsters, there is no future in rallying. They all think it's an old man sport, and it isn't.
Well, not anymore anyway. Craig Trott at the moment the fastest in this stage, but Ashley Haig-Smith improves on that by 7.3 seconds, so he takes the overall lead in the junior category, and he's certainly got the hammer down, as has Christoph Snyders, the championship leader at this point.
He's aggressive yet neat and tidy. Driving style has earned him a success, and he's achieved with the help of his whole family. It's just sitting in the hot seat.
Great to see the brother and sister combination there. This is Morna Janssen van Rensburg in the diesel Volkswagen Polo. He's had 2 non-finishes so far.
Yes, and hopefully he'll get a good result on this one.
Guy Bottrell in the Yato Tools Toyota Runx, also a non-finisher in KwaZulu-Natal. And this is Clint Weston. He's Toyota Runx, third in the championship at the moment. Stephanie Hugo and Angela Shields in the Team Total Toyota Runx. 2 non-finishers so far this season. And first are the 1400s on the road, Megan Verlaak and Lorraine Duplessis in the S1400 BP Volkswagen Vivo. Henk Lategan, one of the stars of the rally season so far in the Q8 Oils Volkswagen Vivo, and he goes 9.6 fastest in this stage. Ian Young in the Toyota Yaris loses a lot of time, 19 seconds there, as Haig-Smith takes that stage by 7.3 seconds, and also the overall lead in the junior category from Trott and Zulu. Stage 2 now, Duva at the power station, 16.7 kilometers of gravel, and this one has thrown up a lot of action in the senior categories. Will we see the same? Gugu Zulu currently in third position by 7.8 seconds.
Yeah, and he's driving his little 1600 as if it was his old A7, and he's currently lying in third place.
Well, he said he had some problems before the rally. Hopefully they will not return. As we see Craig Trott now currently in second position. He would like to close that gap of 7.3 seconds.
Yeah, Craig is a very conservative, careful driver, and so, he goes for results rather than overall position.
Haig-Smith leading by 7.3 seconds, and he's stretching that lead now, pushing very, very hard.
There's sure to be a huge dash between him and Christoph Snyders.
And Haig-Smith goes fastest by 17 seconds. This is Snyders, fourth at the moment, but he puts in a huge effort in this stage.
Yes, Christoph is in chasing mode now after losing 10 seconds on the first stage with an overshoot.
And he takes that stage by 15 seconds and the lead as well. This is Henk Lategan in that amazing little Q8 car, and he's fifth overall at this stage.
Mixing it with the big 1600s as well.
Fantastic performance. So Snyders takes that stage and the lead over Haig-Smith. Himmel in third position, a great performance. Stage 3, the final one of day 1, Trito 1, over 20.38 kilometers of gravel. Some very fast sections there, and Guguzulu first on the road, currently in 4th position overall.
Yes, he's trying very, very hard. Apparently he's suffering from an underpowered vehicle, so...
Problems with the engine there. Craig Trott currently in 3rd place overall, and he goes 5th fastest in this stage.
Yeah, keeping it consistent as always.
Ashley Haig-Smith in 2nd position overall, a deficit of 5.9 seconds.
Very, very quick in this Ford, and he's going all out to make up the time he lost in the previous stage to Christoph Snijders. Driving very, very hard and very committed.
Very impressive combination this.
Look at this in-car camera shots here. You'll see the sequential gearbox. Very, very nice gearboxes to run with, and it makes the car so much quicker.
Now Christoph Snijders leading by that margin of 5.9 seconds, and he would like to stretch that gap, obviously.
Absolutely flat out, trying to find a pace that, you know, that he'll stick with. If you find yourself asleep, somebody takes time off you, and that's the point.
There he goes, 2nd fastest there. The lead now down to 3.3 seconds. Orna Janssen van Rensburg, currently in 5th overall.
Yeah, he looks very, very quick, but sometimes loses time in the stages somewhere.
Guy Bottrell, one of the a number of drivers who's making the step up from circuit racing this year to rallying. Stephanie Hugo at the moment in 10th position overall, struggling it seems at the moment.
Yeah, she came in with a bad understeer on that corner and lost a valuable time there.
Megan Verlaak also struggling 2nd in the S1400 category at this point. Henk Latergan leading S1400, and amazingly he sets the 4th fastest time among the junior drivers. He's right in there with the S1600 cars. This is Ian Young, also Carter, coming up into rallying now, 19 years old, currently 3rd in the 1400 class, and Clint Weston, also a circuit racer of note, 7th overall at the moment in the S1600 class. Hans Himmel and Tommy de Toy in the Toyota Corolla, 3rd fastest in the stage and moving up to 4th place overall.
And this is Roland and Marco Himmel, a little off his brother's pace, but consistent and keeping out of trouble.
End of day 1, and we catch up with a few competitors.
Stage 2, we caught up a bit of time, I think 15 seconds, so it was a nice, good stage for us. And then on stage 3, Ashley took 2 again, so it's a tight battle today.
It's going well. Yeah, I didn't expect it as much, but no, we had a good start to the event, but now Chris is giving us quite a nailing. A little bit limited on the legs, so now it must just be up to me to get the car to the end and go a bit fast on the corners and on the straights.
Everything's going fine, car's nice, everything's okay.
What's your plan of attack for tomorrow?
Keep it on the road, try to finish, but still keep going fast.
There's 5 more events left, and that means I need to win every single one if I want to win the championship. But yeah, competition is great, it's really welcomed, and it's a good present for me so far.
At the end of day 1, Christoph Snijders leads Ashley Haig-Smith by just over 3 seconds, almost a minute of the pace. Hans Himmel from Namibia ahead of Craig Trott, and Henk Latergan, an amazing 5th overall. Orna Janssen van Rensburg ahead of Guy Bottrell, a close battle there between the two of them. Roland Himmel, Clint Weston and Megan Verlaak in 10th. Day 2 now, we go to stage 5. It's the 2nd stage of the day. Trito 2 over 17 kilometers of gravel. And Christoph Snijders still in the lead, but he stretched that after stage 4 to 19.4 seconds.
Yes, he's driving very neat and tidy without power steering on this stage and taking it very cautiously over this jump. He would lose some time though because of the power steering through the stage.
I'm sure that would cost him some time. Hans Himmel, 3rd overall overnight, and he was also 3rd in the previous stage, in stage 4, but he would lose some time to drop to 4th overall.
Yeah, this is Ashley Haig-Smith carrying great speed over here, trying to keep up with Christoph Snijders and keeping him in his sights.
Currently in 2nd position overall by that margin of just over 19 seconds. And in fact, he would go faster, take this stage, go faster by just about 6 seconds.
This is Craig Trott, still keeping it consistent, ranking in 3 5th overall times, and on this stage a 4th.
Janssen van Rensburg now, 6th overnight, goes 5th fastest, but he remains 6th.
Yes, he looks a lot faster, but I think he loses time on corners.
Guy Bottrell, 7th overnight, and he dropped some time to Janssen van Rensburg, but he holds on to that 7th place.
And this is Clint Weston getting to grips with his Toyota, notching up a 3rd fastest time on the stage.
So Ashley Haig-Smith takes that stage by 6.2 seconds over Snijders, cutting down that gap to about 13 seconds, and the battle is on.
We missed turning going towards the 2nd stage of today. and we couldn't turn around, so we had to drive 15 k's in, find an off-road and come back. So we lost about 5 minutes of lateness.
We lost power steering in stage 4, the end of stage 4. So we drove the whole last stage without power steering. Luckily there was a lot of straights, so we didn't have to work too hard. But the guys fixed it now, so hopefully it will be okay now.
We just got a bit of an engine problem. There's a hell of a long straights, and my car's just not revving out, so I'm losing a lot of time down the straights. But you know, we've spent a lot of time working on the suspension. The car's handling very, very nicely. We just got to do a bit of work on the motor.
I only realised when we got to the end of the stage, when we stopped, and all the dust rushed into the car. And then I looked at the back, and I realised I didn't have a back windscreen. So yeah, I'm full of dust as well.
It's going good, you know, we're starting to have a few oopsies in the stage, you know, going off. But I think it's good refining the limits of the car. We battled in the first 2 rallies, but Rod and them did a very good job and fixing the car, you know. The power steering kept on coming off, but we've seemed to have solved that problem, so hopefully I can finish this rally.
Stage 7, Hans won over 22.93 kilometers of gravel. This is going to be a big challenge and a big water splash, of course. Big favourite there to the crowd that has gathered already. Schalk Burger and Armand de Tooy in the leading Class A7 Toyota Corolla, a man who played an integral part in making this event happen. Loves his rallying, also of course taking part in the African Rally Championship. When he gets the opportunity for local competition, he takes it. Here, however, our overall leaders, Christoph and Celeste Snyders, in their Volkswagen Polo, overall lead now by 13.2 seconds.
Yes, he's trying to get some time back for it. He lost the power steering problem in stage 5.
Handles that water splash pretty well. Hans Himmel in 4th position at this point overall.
Yes, driving very consistently and keeping it together.
And also keeping it together, Ashley Haig-Smith in 2nd position overall. In fact, the battle for the overall honours has become a 2-horse race between them and the Snyders.
Yes, he'd unfortunately lose a lot of time on the stage, with Christoph obviously coming out of the blocks and going for it.
Craig Trott in the Team Total Toyota Runex in 3rd position overall at the moment.
Taking that water splash very, very cautiously, to not suck water in.
And here, the star of the show, as far as I'm concerned, young Henk Lateghan, leading class is 1400. And in fact, he's challenging the top 5-6 overall.
Yes, and driving very, very well.
Amazing thing is that in between stages, his navigator has to get out because Henk is only 15 years old. He hasn't got a road driving license, but he's doing exceptionally well. This is Guy Bottrell, 7th overall at the moment, and he goes 3rd fastest in the stage.
Yes, his commitment shows, and I think his pairing with Schalk van Heerden is helping him a lot.
Young and old watching rally action. Mona Janse van Rensburg currently in 6th position overall, but a bad stage for him. He would lose about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
As we see Roland Himmel in 8th position overall and Clint Weston 9th overall. Guguzulu outside the top 10 and clearly struggling with that car.
Yes, I think his power problem is obviously causing him to go faster into the corners to keep his speed.
So Snyders takes it from Haig-Smith and stretches his lead. One of the revelations of the season so far has been young Henk Lateghan, who has been giving a lot of people a lot to think about.
It's a great way to start getting into the sport, and from there on you can go to the higher classes. Speed's not as high, but it's still a lot of fun.
And how does Dad feel about the youngster's progress?
From the first day I drove with him, you could feel he's got very good balance. You know, he can really control the car without really thinking about it. So now, and we try to keep on teaching him to do the right lines and so on. So I think he's listening. Obviously, he's got a bit of a feel for it. Actually, I would like to watch him more. So maybe in a few years it's time to retire and let him continue.
Stage 9, a repeat of stage 7. It's called Hans 2, over 22.93 kilometers, all gravel. And the battle up front, really just between those 2 cars. This is Snyders leading by 34.9 seconds at this point.
Yes, and he'd lose 10 seconds on the stage. He was caught in Chad Lambert's dusts.
Hans Himmel going well in 5th overall at this point. And then Ashley Haig-Smith.
Going all out to try and catch Christoph asleep.
Well, he won't do that easily. This is Craig Trott in 3rd position, involved in a huge battle with Hans Himmel. And Henk Lateghan now 8th overall, the only remaining car in S1400, as Ian Young has already retired in stage 8. Mona Janse van Rensburg, 6th overall at this stage.
And this is Guy Bottrell battling with pace, using a standard engine on this event.
Currently in 7th position overall. 8th overall is Roland Himmel. We are of three Himmel brothers from Namibia, and it's great to see them in action.
See, he's got his boot open in case he gets a puncture.
Big air brake. Haig Smith takes that stage from Snyders by 9.7 seconds, but I fear it's too little, too late for him to challenge for the lead. Stage 10 now, Harum, 17.31 kilometers of gravel, the penultimate stage of the event. And will we see some kind of a sting in the tail, as we saw in the S2000 class in the penultimate stage? Not if he can help it at all. Christoph Snyders leading by just over 34 seconds at this point.
Yes, and nicely set up on that corner there.
He's got the hammer down. He certainly doesn't want to have that sting in the tail, and he sets the benchmark time of 13 minutes, 7.3 seconds. Who can beat him? Hans Himmel is trying very hard.
Yes, he's holding his own and very cautiously approaches this water splash here and the following jumps. Seems like his car is a bit low there, bumping through.
Ashley Haig Smith currently in second position overall. Remember, that's the time that he's got to aim at, 13 minutes, 7.3 seconds, if he's got any chance of changing the outcome of this rally. In fact, he goes 2.1 seconds slower. This is Craig Trott in third position.
Yes, just holding his position and keeping on the straight and narrow.
So it pretty much seems to be a done thing at the front of the field, with Snyders having it in the bag. Henk Ladegan still mixing it up with the 1600cc cars and the only remaining car in S1400.
Yes, you do a 6th overall time on the stage.
That's absolutely amazing if you think about it. Morne Janssen van Rensburg currently in 6th position overall and still has the hammer down.
Yes, he managed a creditable third fastest time on the stage. And sadly, he'd fall out because of engine problems.
Guy Bottrell at the moment still struggling, as you say, with engine problems, Etienne.
Yes, but still doing very, very well. He did a 0.4 seconds slower than third place overall.
Completing the top 10, it's Roland Himmel with Marco, his brother, in the hot seat next to him, in 10th place.
Yes, it's holding it together nicely and some valuable kilometers behind him.
Grant Weston in 9th position, still holding on there as well.
Driving very cautiously through the water. You never know what's hidden below that water.
And Gugu Zulu still soldiering on, but outside the top 10. So Snyders wins that stage by 2.1 seconds and thereby virtually cementing his victory with one more stage to go. Stage 11, the final stage of the event. Palo World Toyota 2 over just 4.67 kilometers, and the crowd awaiting the final outcome of this event. Snyders, can he keep it together? He leads, but anything can still happen.
Not taking any chances, going flat out on the stage.
Haig Smith in second position overall. Now he's got to make up something like 33 seconds, but I don't think that that's possible. And in fact, he goes slower by 0.3 of a second. Craig Trott in third place.
Going all out here. He's got a charging Bottrell behind him.
And in fact, he goes third fastest in the stage. Henk Ladegan, we've said it, the star of the show, currently in 6th overall after Morne Janssen van Rensburg retired after the previous stage.
And Hans Himmel managing a very good 5th overall.
Very solid performance from him. Also Bottrell, taking into account the engine struggles that he's had, 4th overall at this point.
Not been able to catch Trott on the stage, unfortunately.
And Roland Himmel in 10th place overall, holding up the Himmel name inside the top 10 there.
Good finish with valuable seat time.
Trent Weston into the final stage, 9th overall, but unfortunately he would run into problems.
And he'd back gearbox a little bit further in the stage.
And he would retire without setting a time. Gugu Zulu now moving into the top 10.
A finish nevertheless, although they had a lot of problems in this rally.
Christoph and Celeste Snyders taking their second consecutive victory.
This was home soil, so I reckon we had an advantage here and we absolutely used it.
Good battle with Chris. No, we enjoyed. We took the points in the end, but we did fight to work to the end. So he's got the well-deserved win, definitely.
In the end, a relatively easy victory by Christoph Snyders over Ashley Haig Smith. And look at that, Henk Ladegan taking 5th overall and winning S1400. Smiles and celebrations on the podium for Christoph and Celeste Snyders. As far as the drivers' standings are concerned, Christoph Snyders extends his lead to 12 points now over Craig Trott and Ashley Haig Smith. In third place, Celeste Snyders, the same margin over Robbie Coetzee, Hilton Offray in third.
With back-to-back victories, the Snyder Polo is a count to count for in this year's Junior Rally Championship. Ashley Haig Smith and the rest of the field have their work cut out for them at the next rally on the 10th and 11th of June in Gauteng.
And as the sun sets over round 3, we look forward to that Toyota dealer Gauteng Rally.
On the 10th and 11th of June, we're starting the Toyota Gauteng dealer rally in near the Carnival City facility at Carnival Toyota. And on Friday the 10th, we will do a stage at Carnival City itself, which will draw a huge crowd of people. Then we're moving into a special stage in a village very near to the Carnival City as well. And after that, we will be doing 2 longer gravel stages and then get back to Carnival City for the Friday evening recess. Then on Saturday morning, the rally will start again from Carnival Toyota. We will move to do repeat stages in that area, and then the whole rally will move towards the Bobsfontein area where the rally will finish on Saturday afternoon at the Rally Star Motorsport Academy facility, where we're going to have a absolute incredible super special where 2 cars at a time compete, and we're expecting a field of up to 80 competitors, so the spectators will have a field day.
Certainly plenty to look forward to on the Toyota dealer Gauteng Rally in June, so if you're in the area, don't miss it. This South African National Junior Rally Championship action was proudly brought to you by Ferodo, Ford, Volkswagen and Toyota.